So the trading strategy I'm going to show you today is pretty boring. It isn't flashy and it doesn't use 10 indicators. And it won't make you a millionaire overnight either. But this is what boring looks like in my bank account. In just 1 month, this system actually made me $16,000 in payout. And the reason for this is that most people want excitement. I just want to get paid. So in this video, I'm actually going to teach you my boring strategy with the entry, exit, and risk so you can stop gambling and actually start earning from trading. Right, so the number one reason that traders fail is the fake out. So if you're trading breakouts, the fake out trap is what will get you most of the time. You see price shoot up, you get in on the FOMO, and then you click buy. And instantly the market reverses and it stops you out. You are losing money because you are missing these invisible filters. And you're probably trying to catch falling knives instead of waiting for the floor to form. And today we're going to install these 3 filters for you so that you can protect your capital. Now, step number 1 is defining your sandbox. We strictly trade on the 5-minute time frame as well. So make sure you're on the 5-minute time frame. So at the start of New York session, I look for the most recent swing high and swing low points. How do we draw this zone? Well, we don't use single lines. I take the rectangle tool and then I draw from the very top of the wick down to the top of the body. And this specific area, the space between the wick and the body, is where the banks hide their orders. This creates our no trade zones. Inside this box, we sit on our hands. So step 2 is the filter that saves you from bad trades, the 50 simple moving average. First, let's put it on the chart. So go to your indicator tab, search for the simple moving average or moving average simple, and then add it. Then go to settings, and this is the most important part. You're going to change the length to 50, and I also want to make mine bright blue so that I can't miss it. I like having that color on my charts. So here is the hard rule that I follow with my trading. We never trade against the trend. If you want to take a short position, price must be below the blue 50 simple moving average line. And if you want to take a buy, price must be above. So that means that price then breaks out of your box, but is on the wrong side of the line, then you're going to ignore that trade signal. This is one rule that will eliminate 50% of your losses instantly. Now for the most important part, without it there is no trade entry, and that is the trigger. We need 3 specific behaviors in this exact order. The first is the breakout. The candle must body close outside of our sandbox. Wicks do not count. And the second most important rule to follow is have patience. Do not enter, wait. Because the third step is to wait for the retest. Now the retest is when we wait for price to come back and touch that level again. That's when you can look for your entry trigger. That specific touch, the retest, is your green light. Why? Because we are confirming that old resistance has become a new support. So now here is the cheat code, and I only share this with my paid students, so pay attention to what I'm about to show you right now. The cheat code is to always check the 4-hour chart, but in a very specific way. I call these zones on the 4-hour chart brick walls. And if your 5-minute trade setup looks perfect, but it's heading straight into a 4-hour resistance level, do not, I repeat, do not take it. It will likely bounce and crush you. Okay? You only want to take that trade when you have white space, clear room on the 4-hour chart for that price to run. This is how you ensure you have a high win rate. And that's how I'm able to get between 60 and 75% win rate on my trades consistently with a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. Right, so let's put it together with some real examples. Here is a short trade, the perfect short trade. Let's look at the trend first. So the first question we need to ask ourselves, is price below the 50 SMA? If we're looking for shorts, go have a look. Yes, it is. Second, the breakout. We see a strong body close outside of the lower zone. Okay, that is our second criteria. Then we wait for the pullback. Price taps our level and it starts to reject. That is our entry. So we set a 35-point stop loss and we aim for 70 points on this particular setup. So the market drops and it hits our target, and we bank a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade on this particular trade. Now, these are real trade examples from our community. We take them all live on stream. Now let's have a look at a long trade that we took here using our cheat code this time. Okay, price breaks out to the upside. We are above the 50 simple moving average, so the trend is valid. But before we click buy, we check the 4-hour chart. Do we have a brick wall above us? No, we have clear white space. So we wait for the retest. There it is. We enter long because we check the higher time frame. We know the road is clear. Then price rallies effortlessly, and that is another 1 to 2 risk reward winner. But okay, things aren't always fine and dandy. You also need to see what a bad trade would look like. So look at this candle. It pierces outside of the zone, looking like a breakout. Beginners click buy here, okay? But look closer. If you're not a beginner, you'll know how to avoid this. Did the body close outside? Nope, only the wick did. So this is a trap. If you entered here, the market would have reversed and stopped you out instantly. Remember, if the body doesn't close, the trade is closed, okay? So we've had absolutely amazing results trading this live. And like I mentioned, we trade this live on stream every single day in our community. But to be completely transparent with you, you won't win every single trade. But in January, just so far in this week, we've made 5R, meaning if you risked $1,000 per trade, you would have made $5,000 this week. But like I said before, you're not going to win every single trade. It's about maths. Trading is about maths. And because our wins are twice as big as our losses, for example, in November, even though we had some weeks that were negative, we still ended up the month up 19R, meaning if you risked $1,000 per trade, you would have made $19,000 in November in 2025. So real trading isn't about winning all the time. It's about having an edge on the market. That's the most crucial thing that I've ever learned about trading. So if you want to master this, you don't need to guess. I have a comprehensive free strategy guide that breaks down this entire process in detail. You get full access to the guide just by joining my Discord. So just remember something, this isn't about getting rich tomorrow. It's about building consistency that you can use to eventually become financially free. So click the link in the description down below if you want to join my free Discord and get the free course guide on exactly how I trade the system. It's totally free for you to do so. I'll see you guys inside there. Have a good week. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.